Bro, you're the nicest UFC fighter in the world, dude.
Shout out Basement Talk, man.
I'm gonna bite at least 2 of your ears off. I make more than $1 million in a day sometimes. You better
You know, ain't ballin', usual like Kobe. Ooh, worry about a hater that don't know me. He say that he tough, then that boy gotta show me. Pull up Billy truck, extra pause every 4D. Say my name 3 times like I'm Tony. Diamond VVS, I put baguettes all on my rollie.
Check.
There we go, dude. Well, we're live. We're
This
rolling
is
now.
sick. Thank you guys.
Oh man, first now I get to look at them. I was setting up everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
course.
Thank you for
That's a
having us
pleasure,
in your
man.
home.
How was the traffic?
It's dog shit.
It's never fun.
No, it's horrible.
wasn't as bad as it's been.
Like at 8:30.
We left at what time? No, we left
Like
at 8 sharp.
Yeah, like right around 8.
Yeah. Kyler was like taking forever.
That's how it is. Every day, like I fight with him. I tell him like 20 minutes before I'm outside. I'm like, I'm outside, and he's like, send me a picture that you're outside. You know.
Tell
We lie to each other.
tell the viewers you guys are brothers and this is your
Yeah.
business. So it must be kind of crazy.
You guys are your brothers.
Yeah.
These two are brothers.
He's a brother.
I'm the
Brother from another
yeah,
mother?
brother from another
It's
mother.
on
Yeah.
the German side.
Yeah,
so.
I'm on the German side of the family.
But tell us a little bit about how this started. Like how long have you guys been in here for?
So he started in the business.
Okay.
He like did half of high school kind of thing.
Here we
So,
Damn.
He likes the bash.
Same.
No.
Same.
When we were like 15, I made fun of him about it, but then he became the most successful one. So then now I can't bash him about it. But he left after like 9th grade, and he worked for a few jobs, and then he finally landed in a jewelry district. He worked for a big diamond dealer out of Israel, and he was a salesman here, and he sold to everyone in this building big diamonds like 5 carat, 7 carat, 10 carat even, like $200,000 or $100,000. And he was there for 10 years till he was like 24 or 25. And then that guy just like wanted to retire and go to real estate. And then I saw him, I was an accountant. I saw him making like way more than I was making, working 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Shit talking starts.
And I was waiting for my annual bonuses. Like, hey, when am I getting my $2,000 at the end of the year or $5,000 at the end of the year? And to get promoted. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna jump ship and join.
Did you
Jump on the
change
wagon.
changed the name or it was the
No,
OG
Gamzo's our
name?
last name, so,
Okay.
We just opened my own company, just I call
Okay.
it Gamzo and Co. And then my younger brother, another room came in first before this guy.
No, we always argue who came in first, but it was like a week apart, me or him, and it was me first.
His problem is you can't hold a job more than like 6 months, you know? So like he went to accounting for 6 months, did it, and then he's like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. He went to retirement for like 6 months, then he came to work with
Because I
us.
just hated accounting, so that's why. But
It's a bitch.
even
yeah.
here, like I hop around. It's good. I can do watches like for 6 months, and then like I can go back into the jewelry, the diamonds, and then I can jump back into big diamonds, and I can jump into the manufacturing. So there's a lot to jump around in.
And what made you like 9th grade? Just
Yeah, what was that jump?
So what happened was, the truth is I didn't get accepted to high school. Like the high school I wanted to go to, where all my brothers went to. And like after like, you know, convincing them to get me in, I got in 9th grade. And then in the end of 9th grade, he said that I can't come back in 10th grade because I wasn't doing good. And then I started working with my dad a little bit. He had a grocery store. Yeah, and then after that, like this guy that I worked for, he's like, you know, come work for me. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll go screw school and, you know.
Was it a private school?
Yeah, it's a Jewish private school.
Okay.
They're like very strict on like curricular, you know, education.
He's the type of guy like, and the principal will call him out in 9th grade and tell him, "Hey, Yuda, can you come here for a sec? Can you help me with my flat tire?" Like he's always good with like business and handyman and like you know using his not like the book stuff.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
like the school stuff.
That's cool.
My teacher in 9th grade, I was saying,
Yeah.
he would tell me like literally, if you want to pass my class, just come every single day to class at like 9:30. Bring me a cup of Coke and you're good. That's all I do every day. Like I was just not being
Done.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah.
How has LA evolved from you starting and running through this building? What do you see differently? Or do you see people just getting older?
So the thing is, in LA, it's really different than like New York. New York has a lot of you know, young up and coming jewelers, up and coming watch guys. Like if you guys see online, like a bunch of other like YouTube guys who are like, you know, selling on Instagram or TikTok. LA doesn't have that. There's like no young go-to jeweler in LA, and you know, we want to like become those go-to guys. Like, you know, The only guy like that maybe would be is an OC is like Happy Time, you know, that would be like a young kind of market. But like today, if you come to downtown LA, they're all like old school Middle Eastern jewelers, old school like American jewelers. It's like there's not really like fresh blood here.
Yeah.
Definitely more in New York.
Yeah.
That's what I
New
would
York-
say.
New York's a hustle and bustle.
I know.
In LA, like the old diamond dealers, they made so much money off real estate, so their kids aren't interested in coming to the business because they have a building across the street worth $100 million, and the kid's managing that and having fun. He doesn't need to go build diamonds and sell. He just chills. Whereas in New York, there's more business to go around. There's more. Here it's just like those guys are like slowly leaving the business. There's not in this building. There's like we're the only ones under 30, like 30 and under.
Yeah.
Really?
That are in this building.
Wow.
Everyone else is like 50, 60.
More like
maybe
established
one or
people.
two, yeah.
There's no parents who brought their kids in this business.
It's
whatsoever.
very rare. It used to be your dad is in the business, then the
You're in
kid,
the
then the grandkid. Now they're just
That's
they
it.
made enough money since diamonds like kind of slowed down in the last 10 years, like when 2008. So like people are just like, oh, I can put my 10 million in real estate and make more than putting it into diamonds and working like working all day,
And would you say that in New York it's still the same, where it's like kind of family,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of the younger people, their family were in the business too in New York?
For sure. And New York also is a bigger market. So like, how when I started working this business, it was kind of like New York's market where like, I used to take, my backpack with a bunch of diamonds on it and like I would go sell to like stores. I would go to them and show them merchandise and like send them credit. Like it's a real like hustle and bustle. Like it's stressful as fuck. Like,
I bet.
it's
just
a lot
on the
of
go.
headaches.
You guys were just telling us before the podcast too, some sort of fight, right?
Yeah. Like always something happened. Like this business, how it works before, like the wholesale diamond business was we would go down to stores or to, like other wholesalers and we'd sell them merchandise and give them like 90 days terms to pay us. And like, sometimes they don't pay you and you're like shit out of luck. Like go sue this guy,
In the old days, you'd call like 2 mafia guys and send them over. Nowadays,
They'd get it handled in a week.
Like the 90s. Nowadays, you're like, all right, where's my lawyer? I'll send him a letter.
Yeah, we have checks here from like people
BS.
from like 2008.
Dang.
Like over $100,000 just sitting here.
Yeah,
That I gave
and
up like a
And
just,
you can't do anything
screw it.
nowadays. So
Holy
that's
shit.
why some of the old timers are like, I'm not gonna go chase someone to.
Yeah, so I always wonder that. So you got like a guy like Vukum
yeah.
in New York,
He's blew up. Yeah.
and he does these fast flips. So he'll take the watch, go flip it, and how does that money transaction fall into place there? Like how long after is that?
It's so we used to do that.
Okay.
The flips, but if you hit the end user and he also hits the end user,
Uh-huh.
which is the bigger money, there's people in this building, like he goes from one block
Mhm.
to the next block and sells, and hey, why don't they just talk to each other? There's people in this building who had a fight 20 years ago, and they won't talk to each other.
No way.
And they buy and sell to each other every single day, but through a middleman.
Because they're in a
hate
fight.
each
Because they
other.
refuse to
F
talk to
you.
each other.
One time he screwed me on a deal and I lost 20 grand, and screw him, So they're next door to each other. They go to the same bathroom. They piss in the same bathroom for 20 years. And they do millions of dollars of deals and they never even say hi to each other. They don't even,
So there's big grudges in this
yeah,
business.
big
Yeah,
grudges.
a lot of
because
pride.
Diamond dealers have big egos.
A lot of people are also cousins here. So like they get jealous. Like you go to, how come he got a house? So then he got a bigger house. He got this. So
I'm sure you guys
there's
know
a lot
about
of
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
We know how that rolls.
or sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws. You have brothers here who like fist fights after 20 years.
that. Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
Really.
Because
30
of
years
money,
partners.
Damn.
How do you guys manage that environment?
So his boss was like 3 brothers, and they're like one of the only ones in the business that you hear that went strong for like 40 years, and they have like kind of little tricks that they do like to make sure there's
Ease
no
the
fights.
tension.
Yeah. So like when kids get involved, it's really bad because if his kid comes in and I yell at him or her and say, hey, why did you do that? You just lost us money. He's gonna defend the kid, Whereas
Of course.
also
Or even worse, the wife will defend
Yeah.
the kid and make you defend
Yeah,
the kid.
so
yeah.
we grew up seeing that and seeing the rules that were put in place, like no wives in the business, just because. First of all, they love being home and
spending money.
yeah, but also like he loves me, I love him, but his wife, I'm gonna take my wife's side versus his
Yeah,
wife's
yeah.
side, and then when they fight, then it's
Yeah.
not like we fight tomorrow we're friends, So that's like one of the big rules.
Are people ever renting watches or jewelry from you guys? Is that a
No.
thing you guys do?
There's a thing. There's something online that I saw a couple times, but like we wouldn't do that. I don't believe in it.
we had like
how
we
would
had,
that work? Like,
we had like Usher get a watch for like
we do. We give
for
it
an
celebrities,
event,
you know.
Yeah, and they
Wow.
wear it and they post us like things like that. But,
Was that your biggest celebrity you've had get a watch? I'm sure
no,
you get some crazy
sold to
people.
Floyd before.
Okay.
Floyd,
Wow.
Eddie Murphy.
Did he pay you?
Eddie Murphy.
Did he pay?
Yeah, I know Floyd's bad with his bills.
Did he
No.
come? How was he as a person? Was he cool?
Off topic.
Was Floyd cool when he came in?
Yeah, very
That's
nice
sick.
guy, like simple, you know, not
Dang.
crazy.
Did he have a big squad with him? I'm guessing.
Yeah, he came with like 5 guys, 6 guys.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
What
crazy.
watch did he get?
He didn't get a watch. We made him the California Bear, with like all weed in it. And
The
stuff.
chain?
No, we made him a pendant. I can maybe pull up a picture of
Oh,
it somewhere.
okay. That's
cool.
pretty crazy.
These guys, so celebrities, like they have 25 jewelers. No joke. Like Floyd is gonna be in Miami. He's gonna shop with the 3 jewelers in Miami. He's gonna go to this store, buy a watch, this store, buy a chain, this store, and they get a lot of free stuff too. But then they're in LA. They go to this store, this store, this store. So there's no loyalty among celebrities because
Yeah.
they want the new design of the new.
Yeah.
Like they want to say, oh, I got this from Johnny Dang, and I got my grills from Johnny Dang. That's his thing, you know. And then they got the watch from this guy and the chain from this guy. So
And are celebrities like that stacking their jewelry, or are they like trading it in every time a new piece comes
Yeah,
out?
they trade. A lot of them traded in.
they trade and there's a lot of free stuff given.
A lot of free shit we give out.
Yeah.
And that's promotional, like because you want people to see them wearing your jewelry.
Yeah, and to post, they post.
Yeah.
Hey, get your jewelry from Gamzo.
Oh, that's
For
sick.
sure.
Maybe give Zach a Rollie with his 1,000 followers. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start hitting
Damn.
up jewelers. Jewelers, come my way.
Oh my
promo.
god.
Yeah, free promo. 1,000 followers.
What do you think, like,
Rex, can you come here for 1 second?
this is so sick. They're running their
Yeah.
business. I love it.
Yeah, live deals.
Live deals.
There's a G wagon out front in the front. Can you give us them?
99% of our deals are like on the phone.
Yeah.
So like I have to ask people to come in, hey, can I film you for content? Because like 99% of the stuff is, hey, do you have this watch? Yes, that's the price. Can you do this price? Send me an invoice, send the wire, and I ship it, you know?
What is like your main source of sales? Is it through like a WhatsApp group? Is it through social media, or just kind of referral?
So we have like a few businesses going on.
Okay.
Our wholesale is like over time, our stores that we have, and then the watches kind of blew up on like TikTok, social media, and we do have a WhatsApp chat where everyone, there are like over 1,000 members who are in there, and every day I post like 5 of our best deals, and 3 out of the 5 get sold right away.
Wow.
And then those people become repeat customers, and it just keeps going.
It keeps going
It's
Yeah.
word of mouth. It's a word of mouth business.
for sure.
But what ended up happening is why over here in downtown LA it died out is because these people that have stores here, they've been doing word of mouth, but that kind of died out because they only had, let's say, like 50, 60 customers, and it didn't grow. They never like really grew it. So what happens is like a lot of these jewelry stores today downstairs are like, dead horses kind of, like they're not making money as much as they used to because now there's social media, so people are buying through social media outlets.
Exactly, yeah. And also those old people that we were talking about earlier, if they're not like moving to the next stage of business, which is social media
You gotta change
and
every day.
internet, and they don't want to because they're not tech guys or anything, So they're kind of like just leaving instead of go building a whole new business on social media.
Yeah, what percentage of your sales come from social media?
Watches 100%.
Watches.
Wow,
I would say
really?
like 90%, 95%.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how long have you guys been kind of posting content?
5 months.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But we've been doing them wholesale before, so that's why we have like really, really good prices. Like we'll always try to beat another price, and just like most companies, they want to make $2,000 on this watch, or make
yeah.
$1,000 on the watch. We all get the watch the same place. All watch dealers, we get it from each other because I have this and I sell it at the market price. So they add $2,000.
There's different
well,
levels, yeah. Like, but all the wholesale guys
Yeah,
usually
because
like.
they have like 20 salesmen or whatever, and they had $2,000, $3,000 to watch, whereas we had 1,000. So that's how we move watches quickly, because people shop around and then they come back.
Is there ever like in this specific building, are there people that have like a ton of Rolexes or a ton of APs like you guys, and they're in those WhatsApp chats kind of just peeping around?
No.
Or it's kind of you guys have kind of
No.
taken over?
LA, there's like, or Ruka,
Yeah.
there's 25 of them. Like, maybe the 5 top
That I
ones,
see, yeah.
but there's like the smaller ones are like, there's dozens of them. Everyone, the whole 47th Street is cameras. You walk around 47th Street, and it became a movie.
And is it like one of those guys kind of did it and it worked, so they all kind of followed the path, or
one or two
I think
tracks.
Tracks NYC started.
Track started like before the TikTok and stuff.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
He's
Yeah, he's
selling.
crazy.
He's selling what a storefront in one day is selling in like 365 days.
got it? So he kind of made the culture down there. That's
Yeah,
like
and then Roman took it over.
the
to
basis.
next level.
And what made you guys 5 months ago say, "Oh, let's start posting content on social media"? Because a lot of people think it doesn't work.
So we had our Instagram, which we were getting retail business from, and through referrals, and then just TikTok was blowing up. So then we said, let's start posting on TikTok, and the whole thing with Anthony, where it kind of like he went down. So like there was like kind of like an opening, you know, for
Anthony.
oh no.
No, whatever. I don't care.
I don't know if you heard about the Anthony Fair who did like a scam and
For like $7 million.
yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah.
Timepiece. It's a
It's
timepiece.
called Timepiece Gentleman. It's
I
He was
I
like,
think
he
I
was
follow
like the
him.
Vucom or the Moses of LA. Like he was the biggest in LA,
and he got
and then-
exposed.
and then he started like stealing watches or not paying people their money, like taking consignment and not paying people. So that's why like
Gosh.
the whole industry took a hit. Even the New York guys took a hit because people were like, "All right, I want to FaceTime. I want to do that," you know. So
Make everything
now
a little more
LA has kind of
legitimate.
like, there's no one really here. There's like 2 or 3 of us like peeping around, you know, going
Yeah.
to the finish line.
We literally had a guy message us yesterday. I'm gonna read it. He said, I gave him a price on a watch, and then actually on this watch right here. Not this watch, on this one right here. And I told him 10.6 on it, which is like he was getting quoted 12 grand, and he texted me back. He's like, "Can I ask you why your prices are so low compared to others?" And then he got like freaked out. He's like, "I take the watch to Rolex." I'm like, "Dude, take the watch anywhere you want, check it out, make sure it's legit." You know, and then you see that we're here, like, you know, we're not
Yeah.
making very small profit just to build our name. That's
Because we have other businesses, like we have the jewelry, the diamonds, we do wholesale. So like, this isn't like it's our now it's becoming our main thing. But like, we don't need to like have huge markups because we don't have 10 salesmen that need commissions or
Got it.
huge storefront.
He just has his wife spending money. That's it. That's it.
Damn.
and it's growing. So.
But you don't have to
No, but
outsource all that work.
I was always, even in my wholesale business, I was always like, be the best price and do volume, you know?
Yeah.
So like the guy next door is going to charge, let's say $3 grand for this. I'm going to charge 28,
Mhm.
get the customer and keep getting
Keep going.
customers. Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. Cause he needs to make, 10 million a year where I'm happy making, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Do you ever come across some fake watches?
it's very rare that someone will bring us a fake watch because they know that we'll know right away.
Yeah.
But we had yesterday.
Yeah, we had, I'll show you one. I think that someone brought.
We had yesterday a guy who sold us the watch on the sale.
Here, this. I'll show you.
That thing's fake.
You can kind of tell right away these things are fake. but-
Oh.
I can tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
It sounds
Let me
weird.
see.
Yeah. There's good fakes and there's bad fakes. That's a bad fake.
Okay, if I were to look right away,
You look at
this
it,
is
it
they,
looks
they
fine.
call this one the Sprite, right?
Yeah.
The color on
Yeah,
the color looks a little bit weird.
yeah,
in
the
there.
Yeah.
color. They didn't work on it too much.
And yeah, it's a little.
To like compare
Someone
to-
brought that in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone brought it in and said, "Hey, I got this as a gift."
Is it
And
real?
then, Is it real? And right
We
away,
bought it
I
from
didn't
him
even-
just
I
to
didn't
have
even
it.
have
What do you
it.
say to him? You're like, dude, you got fucking.
So
I wanted to
yesterday,
do a video on it for real and fake.
Yeah.
So I just said, "I'll give you $100," and then
Damn, that's crazy.
And do you guys
those videos go viral though. It's
I
Yeah,
know.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That would be a good piece.
do you guys do those videos a lot?
we don't have time,
Yeah.
I did it like 2 times and they got like 100 something views, 1,000 views.
Shit.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
that was good. And then,
Yeah.
but I wanted to make new stuff.
You ever have anybody be like, dude, I just paid so much money for this watch and it comes out fake, or
Right now,
anybody?
we had it yesterday. So some guy DM'd me on Instagram, some random guy. He's like, I bought a watch from. He didn't tell me from who. He wants to sell it, and then I said, yeah, sure, I'll buy it. I'll pay $11,500 for it. And then he sent me the watch. I got the watch. So the first thing I saw, obviously, was the box was fake. It was
Yeah.
an aftermarket box. And then the watch. What happened was, did you guys see over here? Let's say, I don't know if the camera sees it, but I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
You see, it says 2021.
Yeah.
So someone went with the pen and wrote over it was a 2, so they made the 2 into a 3.
Oh.
So it really was a 22 watch. And
Wow.
they bought it at a 2023 watch, and I told them, listen, this watch wasn't a 2023 watch, it's a 2022 watch. And then he like DM'd the guy he bought it from, which is a very, very big guy who sells watches. I'm not going to say his name.
Well known.
Yeah, very well known, like huge. I was so surprised. I was telling my brother that he did that.
Oh
And
wow.
then the guy DM'd him back saying, "Don't listen to that jeweler. They're all liars. Like about me, like you know." And I was gonna blast him yesterday on Instagram.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell him who I was. And I told him, listen, take the watch to Rolex. If Rolex will tell you the watch is 2023, I'll give you whatever you want, you know.
Yeah.
And the guy was like bitching at him. He's like, yeah, the box is fake, but if you want pay me $200 more, then I'll give you a real box.
You know from the reference number that it's a 21, or you just know because you're
No,
experienced?
Yeah,
we
you can
see.
see the cards. Not from
So-
the
How can you tell? Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
Because like a GMT, like this, even the older ones look similar to the newer ones, so it's so tough.
Yeah, they won't change like a new model for an old model with a new model.
Uh-huh.
They'll change one that didn't change, like 2020.
Yeah, there's
know?
different reference numbers for
Okay,
the older model and the newer one.
Okay, it's
So
like,
like the older one of this is 116 and this is a 126. So it's a new model
Okay.
that you can't change.
But that's like the thing. Like they were lucky that it was a reputable company. Like some who they can go back to and say,
And he'll
hey,
send him his money back.
and I'll send him his money back. So that's why I always say like people buy online watches like eBay or eBay protects you, but like some random website and you try to call them, they ask you for
nothing there.
100 things before you get their number. I went to one of them just to like get a number. It's like put your name, put your phone number, which watch are you interested in, and you have to go put the watch reference. Then finally you get a number, you call it, and some guy in his couch, hello. Yeah, it's available. That watch is available.
He doesn't have the watch even.
So that's why social media like helped our business because you see someone. We had the product always, but you see someone, you trust them. You go on podcasts, like
For sure.
If the box is fake, you call me in 10 years from now, I'm returning you. I'm giving you a new one.
Yeah.
One guy had an issue like the strap didn't fit him, so like these oyster flexes, these are a little annoying because these you can't change a link like here. The strap has to fit exactly the guy. So he had to go to Rolex and pay like $400 for a new strap. I sold him the money because I'm not gonna lose a customer for $400.
No.
A bad review or whatever.
Yeah.
No.
100%.
So if you have a company that like you can go and do that, that's why the social media is doing huge.
You're negotiating over DMs most of the time. Do you find it annoying? Do you want to just
Yeah.
pick up the phone and just say,
I'm
"Hey,
really
dude,
bad
this
with
is
it.
me and being in the car business. I can't stand when you're texting back and forth. I like to pick up the phone
Yeah.
and kind of
Yeah,
go.
so in the beginning, I
go at
started
the
the
phone.
Instagram like in the beginning,
Yeah.
and like I was getting tons of DMs, and like I was being rude to people that end up buying from us stuff.
Oh,
But like I just can't deal with it, like back and forth, the messaging and stuff. So that's why Asher took over all
Because he
the.
would respond in like 2 days, and
I wouldn't even respond to them. Like I wouldn't even
Yeah,
respond to
it's
like
too
this guy's
busy.
driving me
Some
crazy
don't
about a
matter.
watch that I'm making $300 on. Like it
does
just drives
it-
me crazy.
Of course.
It's hard to. You
But the
don't know
phone
whether they
call
want to buy or
thing-
not.
The phone call thing, I think for us, it's actually easier via text. Our customers want to call us because like if I'm selling 20 watches or I'm selling a week or whatever, it's hard for me to like go on a phone
yeah,
call
on
for
text.
35
you can get
minutes.
stuck.
Yeah,
and also a
35
record
minutes.
of what you said.
Yeah.
35 minutes with 10 people a day. That's my whole day already.
For
and
sure.
I need to invoices. I need to ship watches. I need to buy watches, change links. So
You ever
How-
ship?
How? Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, have you ever shipped a watch to the wrong place?
It's coming right now. Yeah.
Thank God, no. But I did get scammed. Like
Rex,
when I
can you
first
call
started,
Pinchas?
someone pretended to be a jewelry store. They took the guy's business card. They went into his store, took a picture, and said, "Hey, I'm this jeweler. Can you send me watches?" So I did my reference check on that jeweler.
I remember I was in
check
Cabo.
now.
I was in Cancun.
Because
when
we
that
don't send
happened.
merchandise to someone. If they say, "Hey, I'm a jeweler in this place," I say, "Send me your address." I do a reference check. I did my reference check, and I was in Miami on vacation, so I told them to ship it, and it turned out it was a scam. It wasn't a guy who, whatever. So when we make those mistakes, it was like $20,000. But
Fuck.
when we make those mistakes, never again. I check every
Yeah.
little thing. I want to see your address. I want the address of the store. That's where I'm shipping to. If your billing is different than your shipping, red flag right away.
Wow.
And now we have when we sell watches, we have a fraud team checking to make sure that this is actually the person because people steal credit cards and buy
Yeah.
$20,000 watches online.
So let's say I'm first year in sales, made a bunch of money. You're new to timepieces. What do you guys think is like a good entry level watch?
How much money are you talking though? You think?
I
It
would say,
depends. I mean, like maybe first Rolex or
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
maybe an Omega or what do you guys think is like a good?
Should you even buy a Rolex? Maybe $1,000 watch.
Yeah.
No, I mean if you're making like good money, then everyone has a different definition of what's money. But I'd probably say like a sub or a date.
Yeah,
Just-
we have plenty of people who make like 5,000 a month, 4,000 a month. It's plenty of money in a lot of places. You know, it is good money.
Yeah.
And they're buying $10,000-$15,000 watches from us, and we don't finance. But the watch, like especially in car sales, it brings you business. If you're a real estate agent and you want to go to the next level, putting on a Rolex, even if it's your confidence, their confidence. So I always say go Rolex, go Datejust. Like these watches over here, they're fluted bezels. They're a little less smooth bezels. See how this is fluted and this is a smooth?
It's like the cheapest date chest you can get.
It doesn't look as
It's a white
nice.
gold bezel.
Yeah.
So that is
How much
nice.
does something like that go
So
for?
this is
That's
like
like 10.6.
this is like 10. If you get it with Oyster, it'll be a little less. So, but if you get these pre-owned, you can get for like 7-8 grand. So if,
Yeah.
if someone's making like $5 grand a month, he's single living at home, he puts $1,500 a month. He has it after like 6-7 months. You know.
It
Yeah.
definitely builds confidence, and the clients love it.
Yeah.
It's a
When you
great
walk in, you look
conversation
nice.
starter. Like, always like I would go to like the even to Nordstrom's or like at the Grove or anywhere I go. And if I used to wear a watch outside, but LA you can't
Yeah.
wear a
No.
watch anymore. But like tons of people would stop you. Oh, that's a really nice watch. Where did you get it from? And then you just get them as customers.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And you can't. You're in the car business. You know,
Uh-huh.
like you can't be a real estate agent and come to like $1.5 million
For the
house
Toyota.
and try to get the listing and be in a Toyota. Yeah, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's obviously wrong that people judge, but the guy is gonna want someone who he thinks is a,
He
is a
knows all about
tycoon
that.
in
Yeah.
sales
Yeah.
and is successful in sales. So
What's
if he
wrong with
sees-
Toyotas, dude?
No.
No, I'm kidding, bro. That's
in my
that's true.
business, It's worse. In
No,
my
it's
business,
true.
I sell $100,000
It's
watch. I
true.
can't come with a Honda. I just,
No,
no
it's
one's
true.
buying from me.
I had
It's
a point.
true.
I had a
They'll
point
say
that
you're
I'm
not
like I don't want to drive nice cars anymore. I'm like screw it, leave me alone. I bought a Hyundai Santa Fe.
Yeah.
I drove it for like 2 months. I'm like fuck it, I can't. I gave it away. I'm like
Yeah.
screw this shit, dude.
These people, you go to like these $20 million houses in Beverly Hills and drop off a watch, and they're like,
What the fuck?
What's that car? It's like, oh, my car broke down. You like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rental.
They're gonna think you're like you're not actually selling watches, or you're not,
Yeah, that's true.
It's part of the business, part of any business.
I'm on the other side of it though. When I got my watch, I got this like a couple months ago. I didn't really, other than these guys and just my family, I didn't really get a lot of people just saying anything. I didn't get a lot of anyone really nothing. Like, and if that, I've said before, like if that's why you're buying it, you probably shouldn't buy a watch if you want confidence
for sure.
and everything.
Yeah.
But
Everyone has their own. They say on taste and smell in Hebrew. They say you can't argue. Like everyone has their own opinion. Like why they buy something. But
You're not in front of that many people though.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
I'm
probably
not.
the
I'm
environment.
sure you get a lot
In the
of
showroom,
comments.
I'm in the showroom, like center of the showroom every day, at least 3 times a day.
And you're
Yeah.
speaking with like older
100%.
people.
And it's
you're-
older people,
you're
my
with
clientele.
UFC guys and those
All
guys,
those
like,
guys too on the
they're looking
podcast,
at
they
the
love
watch.
it.
It's a
Yeah.
smart topic to talk about.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I go to
Man,
Baltimore. My wife's there, and like they're very like don't like go crazy. Even if they have the money, don't buy nice shoes, don't buy nice cars. I don't bring any watches with me just because like it's looked down upon. Like, oh, why are you spending $20K on a watch when so you have to like feel the moment.
are your wives like all dripped out?
Yeah.
Not really.
No?
In jewelry, yeah.
Yeah.
But not in watches. In
No.
jewelry.
What about your kids? Do they have like their jewelry on
They're
yet?
really young.
They're really
He
young.
has boys. So
He has
Yeah.
earrings and his girls.
Yeah.
That's
Good
cool.
Earrings and
Yeah,
We want to make it as slow as possible.
Of course. it'll get
you
pricey.
don't want to ruin
Get
it.
a bar mitzvah, like, present.
So
Minutes too
so
early.
tell me why can't somebody walk into Rolex and buy a watch now?
So
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So back in the day, it's supply and demand. That's the simplest answer to it. But back in the day, when we used to sell Rolexes, we used to sell Rolexes below retail. So if you come to me, I would sell you a watch for 20% off retail. That's how it was 10 years. I mean, not even 10 years ago, 5 years ago. That's how it was. Like you would come to me, I would sell you a date just for 15-20% off. So at the store, you would pay a lot more.
They had them at Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened is the authorized dealers are owned by individuals. It's not Rolex owned. So like if you go to Mayer's or if you go to Gary's, that's owned. It's called Gary's Rolex. It's called Mayer's Rolex. It's called Bindy's Rolex.
It's like a franchise.
It's a franchise.
They don't get to say, hey, Rolex, I need 50 watches. I'm low. they get what they get, and that's
And they
what
have to
get.
sell it. And if they don't sell
They
it,
have to sell it, and
Yeah.
then they lose. Then they lose.
if they don't sell it, then they can't upkeep with the buying that they do. So they used to sell to guys like us for below retail because they're buying it anyway for like 30 off. That's what they get it for, 30 to 35 off. And then we would help them move their inventory. But then today it became the opposite because supply and demand, people are, just started buying with the PPP money and all that
money, yeah.
EDD, whatever they're called.
So do you it's the same for like AP, same for RM?
Those are even harder.
Yeah.
You can't get an RM unless your last name is LeBron James, I say.
So they're going after like celebrities and
Yeah.
people with like high status.
High net worth people.
If you get an RM, you made like $100,000 on some RMs right away. You made a 50, 100.
Yeah,
grand.
way more.
But they don't give it to you unless like you bought from them when they started. When
Tech is very
we had
into
it for
that.
less.
Tech's very into like if you've been buying from them for years.
And if you
your parents bought
resell
from
it,
them, you'll get it.
If you
guys
go
are
and
crazy.
resell it and they find out because they're
You get
serials,
blacklisted.
then you're never getting a watch from them again.
Wow.
How do let's say there's Rolex in Newport Beach and I walk in, what's my best situation there? Like how would I go about it?
I'll tell you the best. So they play. We don't make this up. Like they make this up. So that's why I'm not being like material. But they play a game of judging you. If they think you're coming to flip it to someone like me, they'll look you down. So you have to tell. They love old people because old people don't flip watches. They're
They're
if
loyal.
you're 60 and saying, "Hey, I want to get a 60th anniversary," they love you. That's like send your dad in there. You have a better chance.
Yeah.
If you're wearing a Rolex, that's good. And if you don't ask for the ones that are going way over, like that one is like I think $10,000 by them, and the market is like 16, 17,
Yeah.
18. So if you just say, hey, I want a Batman and I want a Daytona Panda, then you'll be like, all right, this guy just wants to make $5,000, get out of here. I can go do that myself, or I'll save it for her. So if you ask for like something first that makes like $1,000, like this, you can make like $700 profit on this if you get it from them. Then they'll start building a relationship with you. Then
But
they'll give you that.
You gotta
one.
pay to play. It's like
Yeah.
That might be a good way to start.
Yeah.
So you ask them about one of those because I went to Hyde Park. I'll just call them out. And I walked in there and I said, I want a Batman Oyster. And
laughed at you.
he laughed at me, but it was a referral that I had from a guy named, he's probably going to come on this podcast. His name's Peter Cousins.
Yeah.
So Peter Cousins sent me over there. He said, hey, go talk to I don't give a fuck. I'll say his name. So he goes in.
Shots fired.
I go in and I was like, hey, how are you? I'm friends with Peter. And he's like, what's going on? Like, Peter's bought a ton of Patek's from me.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
they love that.
So I'm like, this is perfect. He spent like over 6 figures with. I waited. He said, come visit me. Came, visited him. Then he called me. He said, I have an Explorer too, which I should have just bought it.
You should have bought it just to have buying credit with him.
I should have bought it.
Even
And I
broke
said, no,
even.
I thought saying, no, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
that he would think that I'm not going to resell it because the Explorer 2s were still like a 3K or 4K profit.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe
Especially
just
that time.
turning that down would be a good idea, but I should have bought it.
Yeah,
but I
but-
always think about that, and then I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They get mad. Like,
and
if
I got antsy, and I just bought mine. I'm like, I can't wait anymore. This is
someone
annoying.
says them no, they get mad and they just burn you. They have
Yeah.
They have all the power, but they don't have all the power because they get watches that we have for less.
Yeah,
So like this watch in yellow gold is like $39.5 I think by Rolex. With tax it's like 43 or something. In all yellow gold, we have it for like $39.5, even 39. So we're $4,000 less than Rolex.
yeah,
So Rolex is never selling one of these in yellow gold because why would some guy walk in and pay 44? So what they do is they tell you, hey, you want this watch for 44, and take this, you'll make 1,000 on this, and take this, you'll make 1,000 on this. You only lose 1,500, and we'll put you in good graces. And when we have a Batman in 2 years, you'll get one if we like you, if we still like you, So it's just like a BS kind of game that they're doing, and that's why Rolex kind of bought some ADs if you saw in the news.
yeah,
So they're becoming like their own ADs, but people say, oh, the market's gonna drop. These gray market guys like us are not gonna be in business soon. We were in business whether Rolex was retail, we were selling under. We buy our watch, we make our profit, and we move on.
Yeah.
Whether the market's down, up, low, high.
Hey guys, yes, I'm on a private jet And none of this would be possible without our sponsor, Zill Media. If you need any social media or any content done, or even start a podcast like ours, they are the best in the business. Go to zillmedia.com and mention Basement Talk for a discount on their services. Now let's get back to the episode.
Let's get off this fake jet. Go get back to the episode.
What do you foresee being like an investment watch in the future? Like a sleeper watch? Because I know I know the Daytonas were kind of sleepers.
Yeah.
The John Mayer, I think,
Yeah,
is
the
really
John Mayer, I
good.
think, is the best watch to get.
Okay.
But if you're in that price range, like,
It's like 70K.
yeah, during COVID, it was way higher, and they discontinued it. So, like, a lot of my investment guys, they're buying the John Mayer first. The Hulk is really good. Yours is Kermit, yeah.
Yeah. This or the Starbucks they call it
the
too.
different names.
I wanted the Hulk. That was the one I
Yeah.
wanted.
The
But
Hulk is a great buy. I mean,
Is that still
was
a
the
good
first watch I
buy?
ever bought in my life. I paid $6,700 for it.
wow,
Now they're like 18
They're like
grand.
18 grand now.
they were at
They're
32.
18?
Yeah.
So it
I
depends.
thought
If
they
you
were
get-
like in the mid-20s now.
No, if you get new,
Depends where you get it
if
from.
you
Oh.
get 2020, if you get 2019, depends what year you get. They're very into years because it's a collector's watch now. So it becomes like crazy based on the year. But
We're selling like the 2018-19 for like 18.5.
yeah, watches
Wow.
came down though also after COVID.
But COVID, it was like 30. So
What was
people-
it? What was it like seeing the market just skyrocket?
It was crazy.
It
You
like
couldn't get a
happened
watch.
overnight.
Oh, I'll tell you one of the craziest stories you heard in your life. You guys know the Tiffany Patek that came out, the blue one,
Yes, I
$6
saw.
million watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they released only I think 400 pieces in the world, and the first one sold for $6 million. Now it's going for like 2.1. It's a stainless steel watch. It's nothing, nothing crazy.
$6 million.
$6 million. We had two of them here in our office. We sold two of them. But
12 mil.
What happened was the day
We
it
closed
got
right
released.
after and went on vacation.
The day it got-
I would love that. That's insane.
I would close for the year. Fuck it.
the day it got released, there's a watch, there's an Oyster Perpetual, which is it's a Rolex that has a Tiffany blue dial color. It's the same color as the Patek. It was a $16,000 watch. The day Tiffany announced that the watch is $6 million, that watch went up to $40K in one day.
Jeez.
A friend of mine in New York had 15 pieces. He made $500,000 in one day on the watch. He dumped
That's
it.
insane.
People are holding it. I'm like, you guys are idiots. Sell
Yeah.
it. Sell all the watches you have. Fucking everyone's paying crazy money for it. And
This watch here, I'll show you. This watch is a 50th anniversary AP.
yeah, it's a limited
It's,
edition.
in
Dude,
2022,
that is
they made
nuts. So what does this one go for?
So
Wow,
it's going.
crazy.
It's
Like,
going
how much do you think
for
it's
more.
worth?
It's going for
Actually, that's a
more
good guess. Let's guess.
Yeah, how much do you guys think it's worth?
The 2023, which
It's
is
stainless
which
steel,
in the
huh?
newer year, is going for less than this. Because the 2022 was when they announced 50th anniversary.
I'm gonna
Same
get
watch.
clowned in the comments right
Yeah,
now.
it's here.
Like
Same watch, it just has like 50th engraved and like a couple other small changes.
70,000.
70,000.
I'll go 85.
85.
Oh fuck.
120.
Wow, you guys are not bad.
120. Yeah, you're close.
Not
we
bad.
sold this for 77.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah,
a
cool.
retail watch is like 15K, 20K.
That's
The
crazy.
retail.
But
Wow.
on Chrono, you'll see it for like 85 or.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever come in with their Bitcoin or Ethereum and want to buy a watch?
Yeah, all the time we get Bitcoin guys buying watches, and like the watchers kind of have to learn how to take that because there's so much
Yeah.
in COVID.
Yeah.
Could be
So, like,
scammed
we download
too.
these apps.
Yeah,
and,
we
like,
don't
probably have-
believe in that. Like I don't know how to do it. Like
We like have a friend who's like good with tech and stuff. So like we said, hey, can you sure you got the money? You sure you can't take it back?
Yeah.
It's
100K.
crazy.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
the 100K is not there. You're gonna give me the 100K, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever accepted it?
We have a middle guy.
we use
who
a
does
third
it.
party guy to
Yeah.
help us out on one transaction,
Okay.
but we don't.
If you do accept it, you just cash it out right away because it's like
Right away.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah,
the-
yeah, for sure. I don't.
He
believe
takes
it.
You're
a
not sitting on it.
percentage or whatever, and then we.
Like we don't own any stocks in any type of stocks whatsoever. We believe like in real merchandise.
Yeah,
Like, this
cash
is,
it out right
you know,
away.
this is money right here. This is 20K right here. This is like 30K, whatever. It's on the table right now. It's like $1 million probably.
So how did that guy? Did he wire you guys in the money? for
it's
the-
different. Or we
for-
just bought a watch from him.
Okay. Okay.
Every deal is different. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you just have credit by him, and we'll buy a different watch from him, and every time it's just a different scenario.
Yeah. We also buy a lot of watches from
Overseas.
so like you have to send it in like different ways than wire and stuff. So
What's funny is going back to the Rolex story, he was talking about just interacting with them. We were in London and we're like, let's go see if let's go try. There's a Rolex store. Let's
They
go
won't sell you
try.
if you're out of state, if you're out of the country.
That and
You're one time fuck. Like you know, you're not,
Yeah.
That's
you're
it.
gonna screw them. It happened to me in Istanbul. I went to Istanbul to buy the watch, and like the watches were there, and they told me, yeah, no problem. And then they're like, bring your passport, and then I brought an American passport. Like we don't sell to Americans.
wow.
The best
Straight up.
countries where I hear people get watches from is Netherlands, like that area, Greece,
Yeah,
Rome.
Greece is known
Really?
for that.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's a lot of tourists
Also for,
there.
like,
And
clothing,
also,
Louis Vuitton, Dior.
Cancun is good. Cabo a little bit.
I got blacklisted in Cancun.
Why?
We can't get a watch
Why?
because if you search our name
Yeah, that,
on Google, it says Gamzo watches.
They know
they
we sell
know
watches.
they know we're selling
Yeah.
it, so they never work with us. They have to sell us like under the table type of thing. They can't list that we bought the watch.
another way to get watches, by the way, which is like the biggest way actually to get it, is to tip the salesperson. So the salesperson is the person who has the power to sell you the watch or not. If you get an
Yeah.
incentive, like my friend, he buys an RM and he'll drop the salesperson like $50K on a watch.
Yeah, because he made 100 or whatever.
So I'm allowed to like say, hey,
It's not
I'll.
illegal. It's
It's-
not.
yeah,
They're
it's-
not a government official.
Okay.
It's like a game. It's kind of like
I've
It's
had
the
it, I've
same.
done it,
It's
yeah.
like you gotta give him some little carrot,
What did they
dangle
give you in
some.
London when you guys went?
Dude, we just walked in. They're looking us up and down right away. We have no watches.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We didn't bring them.
Yeah. I did that in Vegas in the Bellagio. I walked in. I was like, hey, I'm staying here. Might as well try. Like, I'll
Yeah.
use my wife's
Vegas
name
is
or
known,
something.
yeah, to give watches.
They look at me. They just see your age and they're like, I was like,
Exactly.
do you have anything coming in? No.
Yeah.
Anything coming in tomorrow, next week? No.
No,
Nothing.
I'm like, what do you guys make money
Nothing.
from? You guys are
Nothing.
paying probably like
Nothing.
$200K a month in rent.
Because they know they have one Batman coming in 2 weeks from now. They sell like 10 watches a week. 10 watches a month sometimes. They cannot be selling a lot because Rolex isn't sending it to them to keep the demand up and the supply low. So
You
they're
know
like,
what? You know
they
what?
Have a guy sold for it already.
You know what we should do? We should do a part 2 of this podcast, like,
Go in a store.
and
Yeah.
mic you guys up and go
Bring
into
you
a
guys
store.
into the Rolex
I'm
store.
so down
Oh,
to
that's
do
a
that.
good
That would
piece
be
of
so
I'll
good.
content.
post
But-
that on my TikTok. I'll go,
No,
I'll
let's
go
do
to
it.
10 stores in
Let's do
Beverly
it.
Hills.
I'm down.
Rolex and
We'll
see
come in.
How hard? Because everyone tells me the biggest question I get is
How hard is it to
Hey,
get?
no, this is what they tell me. The biggest question I get from people who are buying their first watch who don't know the market, like you guys, they're like, "Hey, how come this Daytona is 15.9
Oh, I
and you're
hate
selling
when
it
you
for
do that. Oh my
32,000?"
That's fucked
People
up.
just put it on block.
No, they go like
Why are you asking for, you want to make 40K on a fucking watch?
no. They go like this. They're like, so I understand you need to make money. You're a business.
Yeah.
You could charge me 17, 18, make $2,000, but you want to make 15 grand on me? I was like, dude, bring me 17. I'll buy a whole truckload.
I put them on read. Every time I put them on read.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's
they have no
hilarious.
idea.
Yeah, they don't know how it works. Like, hey, why are you so over? Like Cartier, I'll give you for 20% back, 15% back. Oh my! That's just how the
The
market
lower brands
is.
we get discounts like Bulgari, Cartier, Omega.
Yeah, 'cause the
We give
demand
discounts,
isn't
like
there,
30% off
you know.
retail. You know.
How are those Santoses?
Those
Do you
are
think
going
they?
under.
Do you think they like? If I bought one, you think it would look cool if I put diamonds on it, or
So
it's
like
kind of
back in the
it's kind of
day-
moist?
Back in the day, like in like COVID time, if it would blew up, we were selling probably like 15 to 20 a week. Till today, actually, we sell 10 to 15 a week, but we sell
Wholesale,
to wholesalers,
yeah.
and he ices it out, and then he consigns it to a bunch of stores. You know, they were selling for like 20K, 25K. These watches now we're getting them for like 14K, 15K. It's definitely a cool watch to wear, just like for the hell of it when you go out. You know, like but like it doesn't have real value. I wouldn't.
No, it kind of looks good with a suit.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
classy watch.
Yeah. Listen, if
It's
you
good.
go out with somebody like iced out, and you're going out to a party, and like, you have a fully iced out, you pick up a bunch of chicks.
Yeah.
You get a lot of attraction to it, but like
It's good for the one
That's
time.
what you
Sometimes-
need. That's what you need.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I wear a
yeah,
Patek.
you need that.
Yeah.
You can use some.
Yeah.
Ice me out, man.
Fucking. Yeah, we need to get
But
you
in LA,
some.
you can't wear that anymore. You know.
No.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
Yeah.
Just
It's
driving
bad.
up here, we were like, holy
The streets down there are
shit.
pretty
Thieves
brutal
also
now.
think it's
So
more
bad.
expensive than it is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know that that
flashier it is.
Cartier
It got
is
fucking
not like-
ruined.
Yeah, it's worth like 15 grand, and a regular Rolex is worth more. But they think because it has diamonds, it's worth more. So
Yeah.
What is your guys' favorite watch right now? If you were to just wear one every day,
I like the Hulk.
Dude,
I like the
same.
Sorry.
it's the
He
best.
still wants
Every
it.
time I sell one of these, where is it? This one?
Kermit?
I feel bad because the Hulk looks way better.
I
Dude,
know,
dude. He's just missing the green and the.
That's all he needs.
You're just missing one more part.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
He's almost there.
This I bought it for like 15 on trade. I'm having trouble selling it for like 14.5, like wholesale. Retail I'll sell for like 15. But I'm having
Oh,
trouble selling
wow.
14.5. They were 17 like 2 months ago.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
around what I bought it
the
for.
Sprite took a
Yeah.
huge hit. Also, it was 42K when it came out. Now it's like 19K, 18K,
It's
right?
crazy.
Yeah,
Hey.
The Sprite, I do want that one, so we might have to talk.
What do
about
you
that.
What do you
We can give you
prefer?
one for $100.
You prefer the
It's nice.
you prefer the Jubilee? You prefer Jubilee or Oyster on a Batman?
On a Batman.
Or wait, a Batgirl or
On a
Batman?
Batman, I would take Jubilee. Also on a
Really?
on a.
Damn, dude, that's fucked. You're dissing me, bro.
I don't know.
Do I look like shit?
Well,
No,
what
no,
is
no.
it?
So
No,
would
I'm
you
kidding.
prefer the Jubilee or
No, the oysters like classier. The Jubilee's more sporty, you know. So it
Yeah.
depends. They're both really nice.
Yeah.
I like oyster also myself, but
I like Oyster, but I think, you know what I really want? I want a president, like a
you
40.
have to have. This is how it works. You get the Datejust, then you get the GMTs,
Uh huh.
then you get the Daytonas, then you get the president.
That's my
The
that.
all gold.
I'm on track right now, so I need to get my Daytona next.
You're Armenian. You have to.
I
Have
know it's true. It's true. I'm on track.
Yesterday, these Armenians game. They were like 23, 24. They bought like a $45,000 chocolate. That one, but in chocolate, Roman.
yeah.
And I was
Oh
like,
man.
If you're Armenian or Iranian like us, you need gold. We don't-
The funny is when he was sizing his watch, it was like this, how like the old school Middle Easterns, they have their watch like over here, and they're like, what time is it?
Yeah.
So like he put it on, he's like, no, put it on straight.
It's so heavy too. Man.
Zach, what would you want?
Dude, I don't know, man. Honestly.
I'll show
He's
you.
giving out free watches.
I'll show you this one. Look
You
at
want
one.
this guy
one
right
just-
here? It's nice.
This one just released this year.
That's
So
a
what is
good
this?
Miami watch.
It's a Sky Dweller.
You get like the fake Sprite. You get drunk in it.
Dweller.
And then you just,
That's crazy.
That's a
And
new
this is
dial.
this is new.
Yeah, just came out this year.
That's crazy.
They had the blue, which was very popular, the white, and the black. This one just got released.
What was their answer to the question for like the entry level watch?
probably a date just.
A Datejust?
Me personally, I would
What?
save another
Talking
$2,000.
to the mic because they might. How is the audio?
I know. I
forgot.
was gonna say I'm gonna like. Just
I forgot we're on camera.
No, you're good. Has it been good the whole time? Has it been good?
No, everything's
Perfect,
solid. Sorry,
cool.
We can maybe chop that up there.
No, that's fine.
fix-
One of my friends was trying to buy a watch. His budget was like $6-7 grand,
Yeah.
and he wanted a Cartier. And like I don't tell this to customers because I don't like go into their pockets. And I make the same amount of money whether I sell you a $10,000 or a $15,000 watch. When it goes over, it's different. But I told him like save for a little more and get something that you'll really like because you're gonna wear it for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So don't get those smooth bezel ones. Get like a fluted one. I would go with like a thing just like this.
Yeah.
And find the dial you like. Like they have the blue diamond dial, which is really nice. Black diamond dial. They have green diamond dial. So they have green
Super
dial.
sick.
So many cool dials that you can play around with. That.
Yeah.
When I was trying to buy a watch from Rolex, I think they, just like your story, they offered me. I'm pretty sure it was this one.
Don't tell me the green dial.
It was gold.
Oh, all gold. It's a day date.
It was like a gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like them doing the same thing as Kobe, where like you
It
wanted.
depends when you got it. If you got it like 7-8 months ago, then it was worth it getting. But today,
If it was a white
Yeah.
dial, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
If it was
dials make a big difference.
if it was a green
A
dial,
watch,
very
yeah.
worth it. The dials are
dials
what,
like 20 grand.
yeah.
So like a yellow gold Daytona with a white dial is like 40K, and then the green dial is like 70K.
This and white dial, I'll never sell one. I'll sell one a month. You know.
Oh, here, this. Right here.
But in
This
blue,
green dial.
black, green dial, I sell like every day.
This watch with the black dial, same exact watch with the black dial is
It's in the
20s,
20s.
21, 22
Yeah,
with the black
21.
and white dial.
Wow.
And then if you get it with the green dial, it's 40 grand.
No, that's 32 now.
Well, so
They
it's
went
like
down.
when it came out.
Yeah. So these watches that come out, they have a hype. So they're like when they came out, they're like 40s, and then
Yeah.
they slowly go down because they don't know the demand yet. It just
Yeah.
came out like the first 10 in the world, and then boom, when it falls down. So I say never get a watch that just came out. Never be the first month or two.
And can
Yeah.
you guys
Unless
tell
you
when
got
a watch
stupid
is going
money
to be
you
like
wanna
that
show
when
off,
it
of
comes
course.
out?
Yeah.
You can
Of
like
course.
see it before it
Yeah.
happens type of thing. You're like, I'm going to wait 2 months on this. It'll be $20,000
Yeah,
cheaper.
man.
Exactly. Yeah. Someone wanted a Daytona from me. It was the Le Mans. It was in the 200s, and I was like, I could have sold it to them and made my money. And I was like, yo, these came down like in the last month like crazy.
Just sit on it a
Just
little.
wait like a few months till the market is stable, and then go for it.
Damn.
Yeah, they had me email the guy that I was trying to get it from too, like a whole paragraph about me.
Why you should get it?
What's up?
Like, who you are.
Yeah,
and,
who am I? Like, why should I? Like, pretty much. I don't know if that's like
Listen,
he's
we
just
have-
trolling
Who
me.
wants your
Retail, right?
social?
Yeah.
Listen,
You got it at retail?
I didn't. No, I didn't. But that's like when I tried to, he made
Oh,
me
he
do
tried to,
that,
yeah.
and then I kept calling him. He's like, I'm busy. Like he just kind of.
yeah.
turned
One of
me
my
down.
biggest
Howard.
videos,
Yeah.
viewed videos, are do not buy from Rolex. I tell people
Yeah.
before you check the market, because one guy bought a like that blue bezel with the black dial. They lost 13 grand. They called me.
Oh,
They're
the
like,
white gold, yeah.
hey, I
They
want
call
to
it
trade in
Pokemon,
for
yeah.
this watch, and for a bigger watch for a John Mayer. And I was like, do you know I can tell you that same watch for like 13 grand less right now, brand new. And they're like, what? What the F? Why did they tell me that? What the heck? They were pissed. And I was like, guys, call me. I'll do it for free. I'll tell you what the market is, just because it's one guy on Chrono, raises the price like crazy. There's fees there and stuff. So they're they're not going to tell you. Their job is to sell the bad watches.
How accurate is Chrono?
Not. I mean, it
Like,
depends.
do people come in here and they're like, oh, well, Chrono says.
So yeah, the worst thing is when people never tell us, oh yeah, Chrono's selling it for more when they're trying to buy from us. It's always the opposite. When they try to sell to us, they're like, why are you trying to lowball us in Chrono? So we always tell them, listen, we're buying it for you for like, let's say they want $20K for the watch, we offer them. We'll sell you the same watch for $19,500. Like we're not here to.
Yeah.
We're not trying to become millionaires off one watch. We want to build like a name, and we're trying to like move it. Chrono's has fees. People are paying crazy fees to Chrono, and there's credit card fees and all that crap that goes into it.
We're always less than Chrono, so that when they're buying, they don't say anything. I do get people saying, hey, this Batman's 10 grand on Chrono, and it's like no box, no papers, no card, or
there's
12
a
grand.
famous.
You gotta
So I
read
tell them, look
everything.
at the thing, yeah.
There's
look
a
at the
huge Rolex
description.
website. I'm not gonna say his name because we're kind of friends with him, but on every single one of his watches on his website comes without Rolex card and paper. It comes naked. So those watches are worth like $1,500 less, $2,000 less. And people are like, why is this guy selling that watch? I'm like, well, if you go to fine print, you see that it says the card is from there. They make their own cards for the watch.
If you find a naked watch, how hard is it to get a card?
It's impossible. You can't
You
reprint. the
can't.
card. No, you can
Rolex won't give it to you.
But the box is easy, right?
yeah, boxes are generic.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Also, if there's no card, there's a risk that it's stolen.
There's a
So when
bigger
someone
chance.
robs
That's-
you, they
that's-
rob
yeah.
you without the card, obviously. So
There's
Wow.
a tag that comes with these watches too, right? Like
Yeah,
the
white
Rolex,
tag.
or it's the green little
The
circle.
green tag
thing.
is generic. The white tag is.
this is the white.
The white tag has the serial number of the watch on it.
And the green.
Is it a bad sign if you don't have that?
No, no, no.
No.
Them over there.
Yeah.
I'll give you one
You can just make one.
for $10.
Yeah, that's how much they cost.
They cost us like $15.
Yeah.
They're
So-
original from Rolex.
So I had a video also. A lot of watch dealers, like not a lot, but a good amount of watch dealers, they'll try to get you on other things. They won't put the tag, they won't put this booklet in. So this booklet is worth like $50-$60.
Yeah,
Right?
like that guy yesterday, he got a fake box. The
Fake
box,
box.
is $250.
$250. So they'll leave the fake box. If you're selling 10 watches a day, that's $2,000.
In profit.
Yeah, that's your mortgage after 20. Whatever.
Yeah.
If you're living in New
Not
York
in
or
LA.
whatever.
Yeah.
No,
not
2,000
in Orange
times
County.
20. Yeah. So like that's just that they're making a good living off of.
Go back to like you were saying like kind of bribing a little bit, saying,
Yeah.
hey, to the Rolex salesman, just saying, hey, if you can get me this watch, I'll give you like a couple grand on the side. So you can go into a Rolex dealer and kind of say that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying that. People do it all the time. The problem is that these people have been in business for so long that they have people that are tipping them way more than you and
Okay,
been doing it
okay.
for a lot longer than you.
Or just paying them the market price, which is the biggest scam by Rolex, is that they know that Batman trades for 16. They'll tell a guy, buy it for 10 and give me
5,000.
5,000 cash, take 1,000 for yourself. That guy then comes to me and sells it to me for the market price, and then I add $1,000 or whatever.
So they'll call the client walking in and say, hey, I got your watch. And then like they'll pay him on the side outside
Well,
of it.
it depends. Some,
Or
some,
can the employee buy the
no,
watch?
the employee's not allowed to buy the watch.
Okay.
But some dealers, like they've been like Gary's is known to have long time clientele. You can't tip anybody at Gary's. Like it's almost impossible.
Yeah, I have a guy who comes in here. I'm not gonna say which AD, but he can get Batmans every month and
Anytime he
GMTs
wants.
every month. But when he does get them, he's not selling them for 10,000. He's selling them for the market to me, and he shops around every dealer in the world, and he checks. So then when people tell me, "Hey, why are you getting it for 10 and selling it to me for 17?" I don't get it for 10. That guy gets it for 10 because he bought a AP at $30,000 loss. So
Yeah,
that's why
you
he's-
got to pay to play. That's how it is.
What's the
you buy them.
average like profit in the gray market right now on these when you guys are flipping them out?
1,000 to 2,500.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not crazy.
Yeah, if you have a big social media, that's on like, 10 to 40,000 on watches. On the RMs that are 250, like we'll make 10 grand on it, 15 grand. Like if you're a big social media guy and you're getting a ton of demand, then
But
you'll
wholesale,
make
we make like on our Santoses, we make like $300 a watch. We sell wholesale, but we sell 15 watches at a time.
It's a volume
time,
play.
yeah.
Yeah, we sell 15 watches set order to one of our clients. Every week he buys 15 watches. I make $300 a watch. That's $4,500. And like he buys every single week. He buys 15 minimum. Like he buy 25 for me or 30, and then you make your whatever it is, like 10, 15 grand off from a month from it.
That's why people tell me like, hey, how much is this Panda? And I say 32.5, and then they're like, can you do 30? Like I bought it for 31.5. Like I'll take off $300, which is 30% of my profit.
Yeah.
I always get
But
mad at
I'll give you I'll give you free shipping, which is $100, free
So,
insured
yeah.
shipping. But I can't.
if you want to
And
buy a watch, call him. Don't call me.
Yeah.
We had a guy literally last week call him on a $50,000 watch, and he's like, "How much is the watch?" And he's like, $50,200, whatever. And the guy's like, "Oh, okay, fine, sounds good. I'm gonna stop by tomorrow." And then the guy didn't even argue with him. My brother's like, "Oh yeah, okay, no problem. I'll get you for 50 grand." I'm like, "Why do you lower him $200 on the watch?"
Call it a day.
yeah, they were so mad at me.
He's
They're
like,
like,
we're
we
like,
already had
finally.
the sale. And I was like, I wanted him to have the best deal that he can get because this
The
guy's
guy
buying.
didn't ask for a discount.
He's buying a 50
he's
plus
happy
deal.
with the price already.
It might
He's coming
make the,
tomorrow to pay.
it might make the guy think too he could get more off then after
Yeah.
that. So it's like
but
that's
Usher's,
funny.
But I was like, that $200 is worth it for me to, get this guy happy.
Setting up some
We
future
always say
business.
downtown. always say in downtown, diamond dealers and watch dealers are the biggest whores. Like they'll do they're the worst.
Yeah.
Even if someone screws you for money, you'll go and like try to sell them something, but you'll ask for cash right away or check because we want to make a sale.
Yeah.
Just give us a sale. That's
Yeah.
what we want.
That's
as you
it.
get it
That's the best.
Yeah.
That's
Even if
pretty
it's
cool.
$200, $300.
Can we come later to you?
Oh, we're live. I love it.
Yeah.
They're still in business,
in.
guys.
That's awesome.
So we got people
Pumping right
rolling
now.
through.
I want to ask too, like, what's the biggest scam you guys have seen in the jewelry industry in general?
So there was what happened with me. It's not the biggest scam. This is just like a small scam that happened. There's two different types of scams. There's a wholesale scam, which we've seen huge ones. I'll tell you about that also. But the smallest like retail scam we had was a guy on Instagram. This is when I first started. A guy on Instagram DM'd me. I want to buy a watch, whatever. I was like super happy. I'm like my first time selling a 50K watch. He's like, I'm gonna have send me your wire information. No problem. All good to go. He sends me a wire. I open my account. There's 50K in my account. I'm willing to I'm about to send him the watch, and then we had a friend of ours that we actually use now. It's I for Fraud. It's like a fraud company that checks stuff. I'm like, is it possible like for a wire to get reversed or anything? He's like, no. Once it's sent, it's sent. But he's like, sometimes people do they do like random shit to make it seem like it's a wire, but it's not really a wire. So I called the bank, my bank, and I'm like, is the funds clear? And the bank's like, yeah, Bank of America actually. I called him. They're like, yeah, the fund's clear. It's available for you to take out. I'm like, okay, fine. You sure the wire cleared? He's like, no, it wasn't a wire. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he wrote you a cashier's check.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can I get the cashier check number? So I got the number of the cashier check. I told my guy. He's like, call the bank that wrote that check. I called the bank that wrote the check. They're like, yeah, we never wrote that check. It's a fraud check. But banks credit cashier checks right away because it's coming from a bank. So the money's obviously available,
Yeah.
And then I was about to ship the watch, lose 50K to this piece of shit guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like the worst part is that Bank of America blacklisted me from Bank of America because they said that I'm dealing with unprofessional and not legitimate people. So they blacklisted me from Bank of America, which is crazy because I could have got screwed by them 50K because they said the money's available. You're good to go.
There's so many. The more you're in the public eye, also like you see a lot of the social media guys.
Yeah.
They get scammed all the time because people are coming after you. I get maybe like 10 online orders a month that are fraud, $20,000, $30,000 watches. But I have a company that tells me fraud, don't send this, and they call me. They say, "Oh, I'll get my bank on the phone.
Yeah,
I'll
we
get
had some bad
this
ones.
and that." So the more you're in like that, they're gonna come after you, and also robberies is a big part of this business.
Yeah, have you guys dealt with smash and grabs or anything
Thank
like
God.
that?
No, but
Like,
today
whoever's
he got life
watching-
insurance. His wife. made
Whoever's
him.
watching, we carry, so watch out. No,
Yeah. That's good. Let them know.
no, now they're gonna come with more guns.
No, you're good.
Whoever watches, we don't carry watches outside of
Yeah, we
work.
don't carry merchandise on us ever.
But, like you see all these social media guys, they got robbed. Like I think tracks like he posts. He's at a restaurant. He always posts an hour.
Yeah,
later.
we never post lifetime ever.
He always posts an hour later. The one time he posted he's there, boom, they got him.
You don't
And he
wanna
was
get
like,
caught.
It's my fault. I posted it.
Yeah.
You know. So.
What were you guys doing during the riots too?
Yeah.
The riots, we were home in lockdown.
Yeah.
Shit.
Office, home, you know.
Yeah, thank God we were upstairs, so no one could get into this
Yeah,
building.
the building's pretty secure.
But
Yeah.
downstairs, they were breaking jewelry stores. And
Didn't
smashing
something
stuff.
crazy happen to Roman Luxury Bazaar? Like in his
Robbery?
something downstairs. He has like that room he has downstairs that
I didn't hear about it, no, but I know
They
I.
got screwed. They got scammed out of it.
they got
Yeah.
scammed out of
a deal.
Oh.
it was a big
Oh yeah, they shipped to the wrong place. I
yeah.
saw that.
Yeah. So he was like making the lady down there check all the shipping,
Yeah.
like really detailed.
Yeah.
But how's your relationship with Roman?
It's okay. It's, not so crazy. We're in the same groups as them.
Yeah,
We don't know them personally. He knows like one of the salesmen, but like
that's cool.
we're all in the same network of people.
Of course.
So like his friends in Philly are our friends.
Yeah, Roman's
and-
from Philly, and then my family's also from Philly, so like they live next door to each other.
So like we're all in the same chats, we're all in the same groups, we all buy and sell to each other, you know.
To get pretty competitive in those chats.
No, it's very professional. There's very strict rules. If you screw someone once,
You're out of the group.
you're
You're out
done.
of the
You're
thing.
gonna be out of the business.
That's cool. It probably
Yeah.
legitimizes those
Yeah.
group
Yeah,
chats.
there's no games.
Like
in it.
Anthony's
Yeah.
having a hard time buying watches now because no one wants to,
It's
work
all
with
this
Oh, yeah, he
is
got
all
caught.
like your trust. Like people will send a watch to a guy in New York right now, and he'll pay us the next day for it. But like
Yeah.
he can screw us, but we obviously know he's good for the money.
It's all
So
reputation.
It's
So
your name.
every morning I get like 10 watches come in. Let's say, I didn't wire that money yet, and I could not wire that money, but I'll never work again in my life. You know.
You guys go to trade shows a lot and
No,
negotiate.
We used to go to when I used to do the diamonds, we used to go to it, but
No, the watch show we would go once a year, but now we're like kind of doing retail, so we don't really need to go there anymore.
No.
What do you guys do other than selling watches?
Yeah.
Other than selling watches, we go out with the wife. We go.
Where's your dinner spot?
You meant other businesses.
Just
or you meant,
that and just
Nah, nah,
anything fun.
nah, what do you guys-
I
what do you
thought
guys
I thought
do?
you were saying business. I just made a joke. I love beaches and hotels and
Nice.
buffets.
yeah,
That's
that's
beach
Shit.
and buffet.
Rothy's.
yeah. We go to I go to Miami a lot, to Israel. Like we travel maybe like 3-4
Super
times
cool.
a year,
Nice.
5
His
times a year.
brother-in-law. I'll embarrass him. His brother-in-law
lives in Miami.
His brother-in-law's cousin opened like an app that they made like billions off of.
Oh wow.
So every time he goes to Miami, he gets to go on yachts and stuff. and
Living that good life out there, huh?
Take
stay in,
us,
like,
dude.
nice houses.
Yeah.
They have a sick house in.
I tell him get them some clients from us. Don't.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah.
That's it. That's what you.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
You ever close a deal on a yacht?
So I'm like middle
No,
of
you're
work also.
just-
He's middle of it, closing a deal right now.
He's doing it right now.
It's actually the guy who worked for Anthony's texting me.
Oh, cool.
They opened their own
Cool.
company.
Oh wow.
On a yacht, no, I never closed a deal.
No.
That'll be.
But the thing about that in Miami, there's like it's a lot more happening than LA kind of now.
Yeah.
For sure.
So like Miami's a hot place for watches now. Like New York is like number one. Miami's like LA and Miami are like competing. For
I've
number
done
two.
deals like at clubs in Miami. Like I've done deals at Kiki, let's say, or at Live. Like
Yeah.
a couple deals there. But it's a different lifestyle. Miami's like a lot. It's more of a party lifestyle. LA is more of like family, relaxing.
Yeah.
And
People
Hobos.
think
Yeah,
people
hobos.
think that
Crazy.
the America's the number one watch market. It's not even like the second or third. Like Asia's number one by like a long shot.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hong Kong is like
Hong Kong's huge.
those. They
I
have
bet.
guys there. They buy only RMs. No
Yeah.
Rolex. Don't show me a Rolex.
Wow.
They only
Different
buy
money
RM.
out there, huh?
Yeah. Different levels, and Dubai
Yeah.
is like different.
And
levels.
for like all of our viewers, what is like how easy is it to like locate a watch? So if like one of these viewers watching want to DM you guys or like reach out to you guys
Yeah, they see
on a
something they like.
specific model, how
Tomorrow.
quickly? Okay, cool.
next
Yeah,
day,
next
yeah.
day.
Perfect.
If we don't
If
have
it's
it in
like
stock.
if it's like an RM and I have to get it from overseas or something or an AP that I
Cool.
can't, it's like 3 days.
Perfect.
But we have access to any watch that's like that's being sold today.
DM them basement talk. They'll give you a little bit
Yeah,
of
they'll
a
give
good
you a
deal on
little
that.
discount.
Yeah, commission.
But no.
We should do on our website. We'll do like $100 off
You enter this
code.
code.
Yeah, that'd
There
be
we
cool.
go. Come from
Yeah.
basement.
Yeah.
That'll be
Yeah,
sick.
would
you
be
guys hit the boys up.
Yeah, hit them up.
That'd be cool. But you guys think you'll open up a shop in Orange County?
So
Maybe.
the
We're looking at Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Talks of
Yeah.
we're opening up a store in Rodeo Drive.
There we go.
That
All the
was,
kosher food is there, so we want to be close to the restaurant.
That's the thing, he's like that.
Here it sucks. Like,
Dude, I want to eat with you,
have
bro.
sandwiches right
there's
now.
people in this building. They're worth like $200 million. They're eating like sandwiches from home. Like, you know, nothing wrong with that. But like, I have to Postmates wait an hour to get my kosher food, and it's stale, and like,
That's some bullshit.
let's move. Everyone move to the
The biggest
kosher.
problem that we have is we still do wholesale. So like, we're trying to figure
Yeah.
out how to juggle both if we want to give up the wholesale business.
We can't double
Wow,
dip because
yeah.
we're selling to people in Beverly
Yeah.
Hills, and then we are gonna be their
But that's
competition.
the
Do
difference
retail
between
as well.
the difference between LA and New York. You see, like LA and New York, like you have these guys, the YouTubers, that will take you to their supplier and take you to their store on YouTube, like and show you I'm buying from this guy and I'm selling to this guy, and nobody cares because it's such an open big market here.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna say like I'll never have my supplier, which is so dumb. Like I would never have my supplier in the same room as my seller, as my buyer, and like that's like the LA market. Like everyone's just for themselves, which is they made that market really small. Like if any like big name celebrity wants to come here, or any like young high net worth individual wants to come and buy a watch or jewelry, there's nobody to go here.
Yeah, there's
literally
one or
not-
two guys. Like if you're in LA and you want to go buy a watch, where do you go? Like Peter Marco is like a big name.
Yeah, but that's
There's like
very
one or
retail.
Yeah, one or two. There's not like and go to the 47th Street. There's not people coming to the Diamond District in LA.
There's no
as
guy
much.
like Hukum. There's no guy like Roman.
No.
There's no guy like Moses' Jewelers. There's no people like Avi and Co. These people don't exist in LA.
It's not like an open community down in
Yeah.
LA.
That's
No.
it's good because there's not a lot of competition, which is
That's
good.
good.
For
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
That's good.
Local
As-
people, they love that they found us. And
Yeah.
I was gonna ask too, like, has there been anyone you guys brought in on your team that started doing some shady stuff that you might have had to,
So we had it. So the truth is, we don't really have anybody working for us. Just we have 2 employees because we're just a bunch of brothers working
yeah,
together.
perfect,
But we had an employee that worked with us. I don't know if this is good or not. But
perfect.
Yeah, you chill.
we had an employee that worked for us that we're not 100% sure that he stole a stone from us. 7 carat. It was like 140 grand.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but that was like the only incident we really had that we kind of got screwed from an employee. What happened was we lost a stone, and or we didn't know maybe he took it, and then my brother Asher, the smart one, he left a ring, a $2,000 ring on the bathroom.
every story you could think of happened.
Yeah, we had crazy stories.
But that's how like these 45, 50-year-olds here, they're
learn.
so careful because they made so many mistakes over the years. Like we're just like when I make a mistake, I lost the money, but it's good because I'm never doing it again.
Yeah.
Because I
It's a
felt the
lesson.
pain. I
He
paid
literally
out.
went to pee. He went to pee and he didn't want to put the box in his pocket, so he put it on top of the towel puller thing. And we went to Israel, I think, for vacation for like 12 days. We came back, and then his customer's like, "Oh, where's that ring? This is a $2,000 ring." And then he's like, "Where's that ring?" And he's like, we didn't know where it was and whatever. And we told all the employees, we told them, can you guys look through the boxes? Maybe you guys put the ring with the box inside the storage by accident. It happens. We didn't even think of anything. And and the 7 carat that we lost, like we didn't even think that he took it or anything. We thought maybe we lost it.
He wasn't even under suspicion at
Nothing.
all.
And then he thought, because what happened was he went right after my brother that same day to the bathroom, and he saw the box on the towel machine, and he took the ring box and he brought it. And then he came to me and told me, "Listen, I need to tell you something." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "That box, Asher left the ring box in the bathroom, and I was waiting for a customer to come back and ask me for it, and I didn't tell you guys about it."
He thought like, oh, a customer left it there. That's his problem. I'm gonna keep it. He didn't like think.
Well, that's what he
to
said,
think- But he only brought it after we were like searching the whole office saying, did anyone see this? Did anyone see this? And he got
given it the
scared.
same day. You should have said
He
the
got
same
scared
day. I
that
thought
we
it
were
was
in his
bathroom guy.
pocket the whole
It has our
time.
name in the
Wow.
box.
He got scared that we were testing him, which happens a lot. We always
we-
test new employees.
Yeah.
You
But
have
this
to.
time we weren't testing him. We actually lost it. So
And then we got up the suspicion that he was probably took the 7 carat.
yeah,
also.
if we brought it the next day,
How I
different
remember
story,
is
but
that I
12
gave
days
him the
later,
7 carat tickets
we were
to.
like, we can't have you around like on
No.
merchandise because
Not at all.
Wow.
Yeah, this business is crazy. Like if you just like one piece here, like
So to his point of
$60,000.
You're messing with thousands.
Yeah,
It's not. Yeah. No.
But it's like, especially just it being that accessible and stuff, you can't have that many people around. Like,
How much money is sitting in front of us right
yeah.
Probably that's like $1 million, maybe a little less than $1 million.
yeah.
If you have a shady employee, they can just pocket that and go home.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's terrible.
Yeah.
To his point of the New York Diamond District's a little better, like how they help each other here also. people don't let new people in. That's why there's not a lot of young people in here. Even like I have friends who like their uncles live here and stuff, work here, and they won't let their nephew into the business. And the guy's struggling. He's like, just got out of college. He's not going on. Like, you're leaving the business. What do you care? Just let this kid get rich. No, he wants to be the rich uncle, you know, and be the one, you know. So they're not letting even him. When he left, like when his boss kind of left and he kind of left also. His boss was doing everything to put him down and make him lose because they don't want anyone else to succeed but themselves. And the guy's worth like $500 million. He doesn't need money for his great grandkids, you know. But they were like, it's not so friendly. In New York, they'll take this 15-year-old. Come, I'll teach you the business. Come sit next to me for the next month. I'll show you everything I know. You know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a lot of ego in the jewelry business.
Yeah. It's like
Big
also
time.
different culture, different type of culture.
Yeah,
Here it's more
true.
Persians. There it's Bukharians, and it's different type of people.
Oh yeah,
A
big
little more
time.
trusting.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, this is how we do something. So like we take these stones now, they're without any settings or anything, and now we're gonna send it to our CAD guy who makes a design, and then he's gonna make the ring for us. We're gonna print it into wax and set it to finished product. So we do everything from A to Z,
Yeah.
like in house.
I'll show you guys this watch. It's a little controversial. This watch, people.
Get the
love to
mic.
comment
Get the
on it.
mic.
My gosh, sure.
Oh,
You
sorry.
can't-
This watch is a little controversial. So it's the Eye of the Tiger watch. So basically it's a real watch. The customer ordered
Take
it
it
for
to,
me. He said, "I want you to
to
make
Rafi,
this watch for me."
size
So Rolex makes the dial and the
Uprom.
bezel. So what we did is we took a real Daytona Rolex,
Not you.
and
Tell
it
them,
was like 40,000, and then we added the bezel and the dial
Let
ourselves.
me give you $100.
As opposed to Rolex adding a dial and bezel. So it's the same exact diamond, same exact everything. Just we added the dial. So same watch with a champagne dial. Here, I'll show it to you.
Here, let me give you $100.
And the dial came
This
from
dial?
Rolex.
No, the dial didn't come from Rolex.
Didn't
If the
come-
dial came from
Oh.
Rolex, it's 200K. So this guy didn't want to spend 200K. He wanted to spend 50K. So he said, buy me this watch. I bought him this watch. And then add the dial yourself and make it here. So we made the dial here. We added it in, which only cost like 1,500. So the whole thing cost 50,000 or whatever. And then this guy goes around and he has a $200,000 watch on his wrist. So people are like, what's the difference between that and fake? The watch is real. He can change the dial out at any time and sell the watch. So this is like a thing in the business that people do with the rainbow Daytona. If you've seen
Yeah,
also.
yeah. Those are crazy. Those rainbow
Yeah.
Daytonas are nuts. Weren't those $250,000 for a little bit? They were like 300, 400.
Yeah. They're expensive. So a lot of the rainbow Daytonas you see on people's wrists are these. Like the jeweler made it because number one, they're not releasing enough of them. They can't get enough of them, and number two is just you can have the same look for 100K or 60K versus.
And what do you think about that personally, like that style?
I don't judge. It's not my money. It's not my business to tell people what to do with their money.
True.
You know, like these guys, the guys who do it are wealthy, so like
Yeah.
people think it's real either way. Like you have a customer who gets this in natural, and it's like 60 grand, and then he'll get his wife a lab that's like 7 grand, just so when he goes on vacation, she doesn't want to lose it, or she doesn't want, you know. So it's their business. They lab whatever they want, you know. And a lot of the old time jewelers are like, oh, lab is ruining the market, the grown diamonds.
Yeah.
But anything you can do business on, you know, it's there. We offer it to you, you know.
Who has more drip? You or your brother?
He does. He can pull it off. He's also really into shoes. Look at his shoes, different
You like
laces all the
shoes?
time.
And it's Travis Scott's.
Yeah.
Damn.
He has shoes. He has shoes with a tag on. And so my dad's like, yeah, I don't know. Now I started buying like designer and stuff. Today I'm not wearing because every time I put it on, it doesn't fit anymore. When you're overweight, you don't care about clothes, but in this business, I have to.
Kobe too, you know.
Yeah, he's on his way.
No, he's good.
I have
He's
to throw the
good.
shot in every pot at this point.
Yeah,
I
he
just
calls
got
me
life
fat every
insurance.
podcast.
They're like, life insurance. They don't want to give me life insurance. They're like, you gotta lose 20 pounds, then we'll. Life
Damn.
insurance.
Shit.
It's not gonna be good when you're closer to the food spots then,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I would say when they started working with me, I gained probably 25 pounds. Because every day we like order food.
Every day we order, yeah, that's a fun. So you don't need to put in a lot of hours in this business, because you sell like 5 watches a day, 10
Guys, that
watches
was
a day.
recorded, right? That what you just said. You don't put a lot of hours in this.
Yeah, it was recorded.
No, you don't.
He always fucks my head that I work 4 hours a day.
No, because they work.
I'm gonna show you our group chats. You'll see.
Yeah.
Like, all day.
Dude,
They work 4 hours
we'll
a day.
clip that. We'll clip
Yeah.
that.
You need that.
If you're like
I'll
he
pay
used,
money for that.
he used to work in the well, for his old boss. He used to have like $3 million on his backpack, and he would go sell it. You can't show the same guy the same diamond every time. So like he would hit us 5 guys, then he'd it'd take like a few hours, then he would like chill and do like bookkeeping. But there's not much that you don't need to be here till 10 o'clock at night, like accounting or law.
Yeah.
So that's a fun part about this.
Yeah,
business.
that's amazing. Well,
Yeah, you
what
could sell 12 million.
what can you guys say to like our viewers, or is there anything that we can look forward to coming or
Yeah, for
or
you
anything
guys.
for you guys?
Look out for our
YouTube
jewelry
channel.
store and our YouTube channel. We want to do we definitely want to do a jewelry store, just because like here we're like we have like these bracelets and like little pouches, so like we want to make like a nice
It doesn't do
showroom.
justice,
Of
like,
course.
he just throws it there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
We want to have a showroom. We want people to have a nice selection of stuff and come in into like a closer area. Everyone hates shopping to downtown,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even though it's closer to like different places in LA, but like city people, they hate coming to downtown.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but also when you come, like, if you made it all the way down to LA, you guys want to enjoy, like, Beverly Hills, let's say, or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't want to come to downtown, just leave.
and there's
Yeah.
street
Yeah.
traffic there, and also you're buying a $50,000 watch. You want to have like a
You don't
more
wanna walk outside
luxurious
with homeless
experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, for sure. It
Thank
was
you so
just
much.
fun.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
awesome.
This is
We
amazing.
did all the talking today.
Yeah,
We didn't let you guys
no,
talk.
No, that's
No,
the
that's
point. You're the
good.
guest.
He's the king. He doesn't let anybody
Yeah.
talk.
It's about
love
you
it.
guys.
Yeah, dude. But thank you guys so much
Yeah,
for
thank
coming
you,
on.
for sure.
We'll
Thank you
we'll
guys.
definitely have you guys on again. You guys
Yeah,
gotta come
for
up to our
sure.
spot.
Good luck with your podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, and hit him up
We
for
gotta
the
hit up.
watches,
We gotta
man.
hit up some kosher food together.
Let's do it.
Show
Let's
you
do it.
guys
I'm down.
what's
Let's do
on,
it.
yeah.
Let's do it. But
Awesome.
thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it, and please subscribe,
Yeah,
like,
subscribe.
and we'll see
You
you
guys
guys.
have a YouTube
We'll see you
channel
guys
or
next
no?
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You posted
Yeah.
on?
Facebook
Yeah.
is on.
Subscribe to them. They're good guys. Great content.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Asher.
We'll
They
see you
have
guys.
Great taste in watches.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, but
See you next week. Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Jay with a baby, I am what he made me. No, you cannot shame me, so it's for the birds. Buy full price, you ain't know what it's worth. He not letting go like it's grandmama purse.